and see someone someone is ready to go home. Welcome back to Drola's Garage. I've been giving some thought about this car, this Meridian Silver Boxster, and I made some decisions. Stay tuned. Like I mentioned, I've been giving this car some thought, and I said, you know, it was pretty cheap. I've already gone from a point of view of thinking I was going to lose some money on it to already actually maybe making some money on it, being that now it runs. So I made a decision to go ahead and give this thing a little bit of love. I don't know how much yet. I'm going to see how far I take it, but let me at least give it a little bit of love, right? I mean, poor thing. It's been through enough, I think. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So the first thing I did was I stuck this fan, this like blower fan here, underneath the carpet here. If I can get it up. That's what she said. Anyway, I put the fan here blowing down to dry it out, and it did pretty much dry it. I just noticed that, I mean, I guess it's kind of dark, it's hard to see here, but over here underneath this back part of the carpet, it's still a little wet, so I'm gonna have to deal with that. But this part is pretty dry. The other thing I did was I took the immobilizer to ECU repair, specialist ECU, and I had them make me a pill for the key, which I have put away right now. I'll go grab the key. So I took them the key, the immobilizer, and the computer, the ECU that's back here, and they made me a key. So now the car actually runs, it starts, it runs, it drives. I don't have any check engine lights. The only light I have one for the top. I guess, I don't know, maybe there's a micro switch or something that's not making contact. And the seat belt, because obviously the seat is out. But no check engine light. The transmission is shifting normal. Before, the transmission would shift pretty abruptly. When I would put forward, reverse, like kunk, kunk, kunk. And one of you guys in the comments had mentioned that when you change the ECU, and I had that little light that was flashing on the dash, it doesn't make it shift very smooth. I thought maybe since the car sat for a long time without being run, maybe the torque converter was needed to fill up with fluid. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so it doesn't do that anymore. And that's about it. So let me show you something else I did. One thing I had noticed before is somebody drilled 2 holes here to drain this. So this is still wet, this part here. So I'm gonna leave the blower blowing on here probably for another couple of days. Not that you can see anything, but anyway, I'm gonna leave the blower there for a couple of days to get this thing fully dry. The other side is dry. I didn't feel any water on the other side, so I'm not even worried about the passenger side. But this side definitely, I need to dry it out completely before I do anything else. This is the seat that I took out. This is the driver's seat. So what I did is there's a guy locally selling a pair of seats for 400 bucks. So I said, you know what, for $400, I can go from that to this. This would be the driver's seat right here. That's pretty nice, you know? And I'll go ahead and change the passenger seat too. The passenger seat isn't that bad, but it's not that good. So I figured for 400 bucks for the pair, basically just plug and play. Why not, right? Give the car a little bit of love. The other thing I did, like I had mentioned before, is, you know, when I would put the car into gear, it would clunk pretty bad, you know. I thought it was the mount. So I ordered a new transmission mount. You know, it's a URO brand. Okay, it's not OEM, but I figured I'll try this. And this car being an automatic, it's not like it sees that high of, you know, forces or whatever. So I'll go ahead and change that motor. Now, I did get the car in the air, and this mount is shot on the car. So either way, this needed to be changed. So I'm gonna have to do that. I got to put that car up in the air, take that mount off. You guys had seen me do it on the white Boxster. I changed the same mount, and then it should be good. And then I need to start driving it. I need to start using it and see, you know, what other bugs the car has. Another thing I have to do is clean this carpet. It's filthy. Anyway, this is the other immobilizer that I had put, the temporary one. I need to clean this thing and basically, you know, give it some life. Also, I'm going to see if I can figure out what's up with this top. Obviously, these cars, being that they are convertibles, if I'm going to sell it and try to get some decent money for it, the top's got to work. I mean, there's no way around it. When I hit the button, I hear some noise back here. I don't know, maybe the little wheels are turning, the little motors or whatever, but that's as far as I get. So I will see if I can get this to work. Now I got a train going by, so can't hear anything. The other thing I'm going to do is buff this bonnet. I mean, you can kind of see here, you know, the difference between the fender and the bonnet on both of them. So I'm going to try to give that a buff. I don't know how well it'll come out, but I'll give it a shot. I have a spare tire back there, somewhere back there in the shop I can put in there. And yeah, the idea would be almost a retail type situation. You know what I mean? I would say, you know, with the seats and everything, I'll have less than $4 grand into the car. I don't know, maybe I'll put it on eBay or something like that and see what it'll bring. It will be a rebuilt title car, you know, flood whatever, salvage or whatever, but I'll have it rebuilt. I'll take it to get the inspection done and all of that. So it'll be sold with a rebuilt title. And that obviously is going to hurt the value somewhat. But like I said before, I was either going to lose money on this car or, you know, break even now that it runs and it drives and all of that. And actually it runs pretty nice. And maybe I'll make a little money. So why not make it a little nicer? You know, again, with a little bit of money, I can just, you know, give the car really a different look. So that's the idea. One of the things I know to be bad on this car is this mount here, which is for the front of the engine. It basically goes up inside of here. So I need to take these bolts off here. I need to take that carrier out, walk it over to the press the old one on, press the old one out, press the new one on, and put it back, because I stuck a pry bar up in there, and the rubber on that mount is completely ripped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and change it, just for safety, safety, preventative, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go ahead and change that thing out. Another thing I'm seeing here, as you can see, the thermostat housing and the rest of the block have different amounts of corrosion, I guess you could say. I mean, this is aluminum, so it's just, it comes off, but it's surface corrosion nonetheless. And it looks like the water pump as well. You can see the difference between here and here. So that's going to tell me that those have been changed. I don't know how long ago. I have no way of knowing how long ago. But I'm going to just leave them the way they are. Again, this car is not a long-term car for me. I will end up selling it. But they look like they've at least been changed. So I'm going to leave it alone. But I do have to get this, this bearing. Bushing. Mount, whatever you want to call it. They call it a bearing, actually. That's a technical term for it, but it's actually a bushing. And with a little bit of pressing and a little convincing from the press, the new bearing, bushing, whatever you want to mount, whatever you want to call that thing, is ready to go back in the car. And that's it. It's all in. Good to go. All right, I'm going to put what's left of that piece there, that broken piece. And that should be it for down here. The blower fan, like I had told you guys, has been in here for a few days now. This is completely dry. All of this is completely dry. So I'm gonna go grab the vacuum and just clean this up, you know what I mean? Get all this garbage out of here. And then I'll go ahead and drop the seat in. The one thing that I need to get is a new one of these guys here, the climate control. It works fine, but it's got this little thing here and it's shot, you know what I mean? I have another one on the shelf over there, but it's got like yellow, like half the screen is yellow. So I'm gonna see if I can just get a good used one And I think that with between that and the new seats, the interior of this car will really, really change. So give me a few minutes. I'm gonna vacuum this out and let's see what it looks like after it's clean. Doesn't that look a lot better? Don't pay attention to the other side. Although I guess I could go ahead and deal with it. Let me deal with the other side too. Let's get that seat out of there. Let's get that carpet cleaned up. And let's get these new seats in here. And let's see how it looks. So the passenger seat is not anywhere near as bad as the driver's seat, but it ain't good. I don't know, it's hard to see, but this is all really hard and just, I don't know, it's not good. You know, it's got some stains or whatever there. The carpet's not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this seat out of here and go grab the other ones. This one's a little dirty, but it's not too bad. Let me grab the vacuum. I'll vacuum it up. Let's get those seats in here. Ready for some seats. I found these two mats in the trunk of the car. I guess I'll put them in. I don't know. It doesn't have the factory ones, but I guess these are better than nothing, right? As I had shown you guys before, these are the seats that I bought. This is the driver's seat and this is the passenger seat. And it's definitely a lot better than the seats that were in there before. Driver's seat, as example, look at that. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. Piggy over here is ready to go for a ride in the Boxster, aren't you? Look at that. Does that not look 100 times better? I think so. Almost looks like a normal car now. It's got these little white marks. I'm not really sure what they are. I don't know how aggressively I want to get them out, but it is what it is. It's a night and day difference. The new passenger seat also has some discoloration. Maybe I could put some leather treatment on it, but in the meantime, I think it looks 100 times better. This is more obvious in the video than in real life. I said if I put some treatment on that, it'll probably blend in. But man, what a difference. Another thing I decided to do was get a couple of the struts for the back here, because this thing does not stay up. You know, and it's those little details. And this, I got to put this back in place. It's those little details, you know, that people notice. Like if you go to sell a car, they go to open the boot and it doesn't stay up, you know what I mean? I also got to vacuum all those leaves out. Let me do that right now. Alrighty, this is good to go. And with a little bit of love, look how this trunk turned out. The boot. Next time I wash it, I'll go ahead and really clean in here. I need to get some water in there and a rag or a brush or something. Also, I need to put the spoiler up and try to suck all those leaves out of there. But otherwise, looks 100 times better. The next order of business I have here is this headlight switch. For example, when it's off, everything's good. When I put it on the position, basically I get one side on, front and rear. This one even has the tail light, but no right side. So left side yes, right side no. And then when I turn the switch all the way, like for the headlights, for example, you see you see the headlights turn on and off, then this side is off and this side is on. Same in the rear. I would probably guess that that's a headlight switch. Now I do have a headlight switch here from a 997. I don't know if it's the same. I'm going to try. It's a 997 part number. Listen, I can try. Worst thing is it doesn't work, right? Something else to buy. Well, I can definitely say they are not the same at all. So I need to go on the hunt for a light switch for a Boxster. But man, these seats look nice. They changed the interior completely. So you see with the lights on, I get one side but not the other. and I only have one tag light working. So yeah, I'm gonna have to you know, go through a little bit of the lighting on this car, because apparently it is not kosher. So that will be a project for another day. So that's going to wrap up today's video on the 2003 Boxster. As you can see, someone is ready to go home. That dog. I think I made some pretty decent progress today. The seats look great. I'm glad I did those struts on the bonnet, on the boot lid, or whatever you want to call the trunk lid. And what else? I got some center caps for those wheels also. That's one of the other things I got. I need to try to spruce it up a little bit, you know, and then I'll see. I'll put it up on eBay and see what I can get for it. Hopefully I can make some money for a change. You know, I took a bath on that black 997, but it was what it was. The guy actually who bought that car, I think, got lucky, because that's a whole other story. Anyway, this car will come together. I'm happy to be putting it together. I still got to fix that top, the roof, and just some little odds and ends, and then that's it. I got to give it an oil change. I got to drive it for a few days. I need to make sure. I got to charge the AC, because it does blow cool. It works, but you can tell it probably needs a can of Freon. The car sat for who knows how long, so it needs a can of Freon. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Fortunately, that mount went together fairly easily. I remember the first time I did it on the white Boxster, it kind of gave me a hard time, but it was the first time I had done it, so it's to be expected. But today that one went on pretty easy. I still got this one over here reminding me that it's time to go home. So I hope you liked the video. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Hit the like button. You can follow me at Drola964 on Instagram. And that's it. There'll be another follow-up video on this car. I'm not sure, but probably soon. Thank you for watching.